Hello there, great apostate community of YouTube land. Now, how do I start off? Well, I want to start off by saying I've heard and seen a lot of your videos. And some of you have raised some pretty poignant facts along the way. And some of you have told me things that I didn't know about the JWs. And I then got to think, I'm open-minded enough to look at other factors when I find things out on YouTube that I didn't know before. So I did a bit more research on some of the things that you've mentioned regarding the membership of the United Nations. And then I found out that, yeah, somebody had joined the library. Correct. I wouldn't have done it. I would have thought, why would you belong to an organisation that you've demonised in the Watchtower for 20, 40 or how many years it was that they've said these disparaging things about them? And yet somebody decided it was a great idea to join the library. But by joining the library, it meant they had to be a non-governmental organisation. And as such, they had to abide by certain principles and regulations that would have been given to them in small print. Now, a lot of you found that quite distasteful, that they never made an announcement from the platform to tell everybody from the Kingdom halls that that's what they were going to do. And I myself, I'm thinking, you know, yeah, they should have done. They should have been completely transparent about it and told people the reason why they were joining as an NGO was to use the library. But I'm thinking about this situation, and I'm thinking, well, surely the governing body wouldn't have sanctioned it. There's no way in the world they would have said, this is what we're going to do, and collectively we're going to vote on it. So I got to thinking that somebody has acted independently from the governing body. And that was a mistake. I have to say, that was a big mistake. I didn't think that they could do that. But in this case, I think they must have done. So that's one factor that caused me a few sleepless nights, having been an ex-JW myself. And the other reason, obviously, is the child abuse claims that started in Australia, and it just seems to be, it's just snowballing, isn't it? They're just paying out millions, and they're giving talks from New York upstate, the new headquarters, aren't they, that they're sort of downsizing and concentrating more on the ministry. I don't see that as making any logical sense, because they have spent lavishly on that new headquarters, and it smacks of permanence. And if it smacks of permanence, it's a contradiction, because every Jehovah's Witness is supposed to view their life on this earth as temporary, that they're only temporary residents of the earth until God's kingdom comes and replaces this ungodly system. So everything they're doing at the moment, it doesn't compute with me or logic, and quite a lot of you as well. And you've all done your real level best to put these points across, and some of you are quite articulate the way you do that, and some of you are very funny as well. You've given me a few laughs along the way. This is my first video, and I don't know if I intend doing any more videos or anything like that, but I'm greatly concerned that there is no other religion that fits the mould. And as you know, the true religion is supposed to be identified in the last days. So basically it means that if no one else has stepped forward, and whoever steps forward, you've got to remember this fact, they've got to be preaching the good news of the kingdom. If they're not preaching the good news, then they cannot be classified as that true religion. So that's a qualifying factor. They've also got to be announcing that this system is passing away and it is to be replaced by God's messianic kingdom. So that is another factor to consider. So you tell me, you great apostates out there, who is it that fits that bill? Who is it at the moment that's out there that you can publicly name that is doing everything and fitting all that criteria because I don't see anybody out there. So I'm just going to finish off by saying that yes, they are a mistake-ridden organisation, the JWs. But then again, every prophet that was ever used in God's service in the past was a flawed character, every one of them. And God continued to use them. Moses, he made so many mistakes. His final mistake cost him seeing the promised land. His people wandered in the wilderness for 40 years because they made mistake after mistake after mistake. Now, if the JWs are making mistakes, serious ones, at this moment, then maybe the new system will be delayed to them. Maybe they should think about that. So I'm just going to sign off on this video with that thought. But if if you are out there now and you want to respond to this and you want to tell me just how wrong the JWs have got it, please do it. But then, once you prove that they may not be the true religion, then present me with someone who fits the criteria of who the true religion is supposed to be. Because we know they're going to be identified. So if it's not the JWs, who is it? Come on, apostate community, give me that answer.